We don't have any biases. We're vendor neutral, we're implementation partner neutral, so we're all about operating in our clients' best interest.
Even on implementations, we're unable to do certain things because that's not the space we play in. Welcome everyone to SMC on the Couch. Today we'd like to do a bit of a fun topic, at least it's very fun for us. We like to talk about our history, and who better than our CEO and founder Jamon Johnston to explain a bit of the history of SMC and why we were founded, how did we come about, and what Jamon's grand vision for the organization was. So Jamon, welcome.
Thanks, Billy.
So I'd like you to take our audience and interested viewers about why did you start SMC? How did it come about?
18 years ago. 2006 is a fairly long time ago. But the story, our story of why SMC came about is really helping organisations through these programs of work, and I guess going back through my history, helping on organisations on the vendor side, implementing tier one solutions, and then going across to the kind of more of a client side role for Big Four consulting and really advising on how to do these projects with minimal risk and minimal disruption to the business. Really spotted a massive gap in the market for an organisation that was truly independent and offered that unbiased advice the whole way through a program of work. Wasn't client side 1 minute and then vendor side the next, depending on what suited the organisation. It wasn't really sitting very well with me at one of the Big Four consulting firms, because we were building up our capability in different enterprise software solutions, and I think it was difficult to provide truly independent advice when you've got those capabilities and the machine needs to be fed.
That's right.
So really it was a pretty tough decision. I tortured my wife for about 4 months or so about leaving one of the Big Four consulting firms to set up SMC. It was a little bit scary, to be honest.
And at that point, when you had 3 very young children, you were at what you would call entering the prime of your career. So it was a big risk to take. It was in 2006 that we were formed. So firstly, congratulations for 18 years in business, because that's hard for anyone to do in any economy.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
we've been through a number of cycles. I know you and I have been friends and colleagues and partners for a long time, right? So congratulations firstly on that. But you were also at that time, there's no good time to start a business, I guess, but at that time you were kind of facing some challenges as well.
It wasn't a difficult. It was a difficult decision. Wasn't an easy one. But I think as soon as the decision was made and then started SMC, it was only a couple of us got our first project, and then it just kind of snowballed from there. Right. Actually, and I'm proud of our heritage from Perth. But we were doing a lot of projects on the East Coast. Flying in, flying out. It's a lot of travel.
Yeah, a lot in New Zealand.
Absolutely, over the years, and even up into Asia as well.
That's right.
Now I think because of what SMC stands for and our market positioning, I think our value proposition is very strong, and it's allowed us to grow into having offices and dealing with local organisations all over Australia and New Zealand. So
that's right.
It's been an awesome journey.
Yeah, and we've gone through a couple of transformations. I know since I've been here since 2012, we've gone through a couple of transformations ourselves. We've experienced a couple of massive growth spurts as an organization, and I know you, myself, and Cameron have gone through a bunch of these things, and the organization changes with the more people that get added on. You mentioned that one of the key reasons was that you wanted 100% independence, and you wanted to focus on client side, which is just, I've told you this before, but I joined because of that reason. I was, as you know, I was on the vendor side as well myself before. And one of the main reasons I joined is because of that vision that you'd set of being 100% value add to the client. So that's really important. But you alluded to some of the values that we have at SMC. Yeah. And I think it's really important. A lot of organizations talk about values all the time, in terms of, so we're going to try not to bore you with this, but I want you to talk about some of the values, because they are actually instill some of that original vision, all of it, right, in our values. And our number one value, maybe you can start with that and just tell people how ingrained it is in our culture.
Yeah, absolutely. So number one company value is being 100% independent. What does that actually mean? It means that We don't have any biases. We're vendor neutral. We're implementation partner neutral. So we're all about operating in our clients' best interests.
That's right.
So vendors can't pay us for favourable research or influencing decisions. Everything that we do is focused on the client's success.
That's right.
So that's what 100% independence is baked into everything we do. I think 18 years in business would prove to the market that we're very staunchly that way.
And I could, if I had $1 for every time we've been asked to participate in some kind of thing, and how many different sort of no's we've had to tell people about why we can't do certain things. Even on implementations, we're unable to do certain things because that's not the space we play in. We play in the space of giving clients an enjoyable, positive, successful experience with these types of projects and supplementing their resources, right? So
yeah, that's exactly.
I'm really glad you mentioned that one, because it's one of the major things that I joined and has stayed true since the very beginning to
absolutely.
this day.
And that doesn't mean that we don't know the market. We don't know the vendors out there, all the implementation partners, and there's some absolutely awesome operators out there that we work with. Our second value is around collaboration and building trust. So you'd think, we're a consulting organisation, we advise clients. It's all about the client, collaboration and trust. It is, but it's also with the vendor partner community as well. Collaborate and do the right things for our clients.
And we know there's been many vendors who have come back to us and said, we're so thankful that you're involved, because our role is to make a more enjoyable experience for the client, a more successful experience, and make sure that they both invest their time and energy and money into the right things and match with the right partner and technology.
Yep.
But to do that, you need to also improve the vendors and the implementation partners in order to be able to do that, right? There are always two parties to an engagement. And so therefore, we have to work with them, and we have very good relationships with most of the vendors and partners, and we keep up to date in terms of what they're up to, what's coming up, what are some of the strengths, what are some of the things that they're working on. So
that's right.
That's really good to start off with that.
It's important for us to understand what their strengths are, what industries they focus on, where they're investing. So because our clients look to us to aggressively shortlist the market down to 2 or 3 suitable solutions and partners. So without that collaboration and trust in that network, we wouldn't be able to do that. And that flows nicely into our third value around striving for excellence and continually improving. So we help our clients transform and improve all the time, but we challenge ourselves constantly, daily, to do better.
That's right.
Yeah. So we're looking to innovate and improve what we do and how we deliver that to clients and get more efficient so that we can save them time and money.
That's right.
So that we live.
Yeah, no, we've done a number of the AI initiatives that we have at the moment because of the size of our organization and very high level of digital maturity that we have as an organization. We've taken on a number of different projects where we've implemented AI, and we use AI for meeting note takers, right? For making our delivery of some of our services a bit more efficient. Our Analyze and Blueprint team, for example, they use that.
Yeah.
I know us individually, we use note takers and AI tools to help us with some of the critical meetings that we have. So it's really important for that striving for excellence. And one of our main things that we deliver to clients is continuous improvement. Therefore, we've
got to drink our own champagne.
Exactly, yeah.
Or not eat our own dog food, as the other term. And impressing and delivering great client outcomes is what we live and breathe, and we monitor that. Each phase of work that we do, we get client feedback. We want that direct feedback. All our people are aligned about doing an amazing job for our clients, and we're constantly looking to exceed the high level of expectations. There's already a high level of expectations when we're engaged, but to try and go further and deliver more and just impress the clients and also impress your colleagues who you're working with.
That's right.
Is really important for us. It's part of our fabric, if you like, to constantly impress.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and I guess teamwork, that leads on nicely into our fifth value around teamwork and enjoyment. It's not all work. We do like to have a good time around here. We've got foosball table. We're very competitive.
Very competitive.
But the teamwork on each of the projects is really important as well. How we work together for our clients' success. And we do very much enjoy what we do. I think everyone here has a passion for what we do and how we help our clients. So yeah, I think we definitely do pretty well at enjoying what we do, work-wise and personal-wise together.
I think we're all aligned, and it's really important to note, to the audience, that these values that we've spoken about, they've really been built by the team. We had discussions, we spoke about what makes SMC a great place to work.
And that brings us to our sixth and final one, which is not very corporate, but we've had lots of feedback from our clients that they really like it, believe in good karma. It's a bit...
it's not KPI related, it's not...
Just do the right thing. It's just about, if you do the right thing, the universe will do the right thing back to you, and some of our prospects, clients that we talk to, may take years to get them ready to actually go through an exercise like this. So just you continually do the right thing, maybe give them information that's needed. Eventually, if you believe in that side of things, the universe will look after you. That's kind of what
it goes hand in hand with the passion we have for helping everyone who's involved in these projects not be scared by them and not be negatively impacted by them. So I think that's the main thing, is that we want a positive vibe to these types of projects. They're really important for organizations individually, but also for us as a country and as a region to be very digitally mature. We have the capabilities and we have the funding and we have the energy to do it. And I think that's what we believe as an organization, is that we need to put good out in the world, and it will all sort of work off each other.
That's exactly right. Do the right thing for each company. Every company succeeds, improves the economy. They get more productive.
That's right.
They get more efficient. They do good things for the society, for the economy. It's all part of that virtuous circle.
I certainly hope you've enjoyed this discussion. It's a little bit different to our normal sort of on-topic discussions on the couch, but I thought it was really important for you to know our story, and some of you already know it, but some of you might have gotten some further insights that you may not have heard before. So thank you very much for joining us. Thanks, Jamon, for being open and speaking to the audience about that.
No problem.
We'll see you next time on the SMC Couch. Thanks, and make sure you subscribe and like.